Hello sunshines, welcome to BunniPhish Crafts. I'm your host Heather, known as BunniPhish on Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. Today is Monday, the 28th of February, 2022. This is episode 9. We are at the yarn shop because it is a Monday and I teach classes on Monday. I really liked not worrying about recording yesterday. I really liked having the option to have the day off. I did take some footage though. We had a family date. We went to California Kitchen. It's a pizza place. And then we went to the movies and we watched Uncharted and it was a lot of fun. And then we went to my mom's for dinner. So we had a whole day of familyness and I didn't have to worry about recording, and I got editing done early in the morning. So I think that going forward until I change it, that's what I'm gonna do. No recording on Sunday, which is fine. But so last time I talked to you, I hadn't done any knitting. And I'm not saying that I've done all the knitting, but I've done a lot of knitting in the past 2 days. And I am really, really pleased with myself. It has been on 2 projects, so I will show those to you. I picked up again the Fruit Stripe Gum Sock. I don't remember who it's by, but I'll put it right up there, and it's in the show notes. So I picked it up and I worked all of this. I think I worked I worked the leg on Saturday evening, and then yesterday morning I did the heel turn, the heel flap and heel turn, and then I picked up the gusset this morning, and I am well past the gusset. So here is the first sock, because you'll notice some things. I'm going to tell you some things that are different about these socks. Oh, the yarn is KnitPicks Felici in the colorway Rustic Cabin. And let's line these up the right way. Okay. So some things you may notice is the cuff on one has more gray than the cuff on the other, which doesn't bother me. And then these socks are not going to match even more. If you're new here, by the way, welcome. I know that there are a few new people in the last couple weeks, so thank you so much for coming over. I can only imagine that you're either here from, well, I guess there's 3 people who I'm just gonna say hello to and link their channels because they're amazing, and if you're not watching them, you should be. But I know that Aquilla talked about me on the Lefty Knitter podcast. I know that Kim, the Crafty Nomad, has mentioned me on hers, and MandoBug mentioned me on hers also in the past couple weeks. So that is exciting, and thank you for coming over. I hope you enjoy it. Oh my gosh, let me get rearranged. I'm sorry if the table squeaks. I know that happens sometimes. This is a squeaky table. I shouldn't sit here to record, but this is my teaching seat. So anyway, so this sock, I'm making these for my boyfriend. That's where I was going when I remembered that there were new people. I'm making these socks for my boyfriend. My boyfriend does not wear his socks matching. So I don't really feel that bad about making socks not in pairs. And I'm actually thinking maybe later in March, if I get to it. Oh my gosh, too many thoughts at once. So excited to talk to you. So I'm not finishing any of my February projects in February. I know I mentioned this last week, but just in case you're new. I kind of make myself a goal every month of how many projects I want to do, and I vastly overcommitted on what I could do in a month this February. So I am not finishing a single thing this month. It's fine. I literally cannot remember the last month that I didn't finish a single thing. I think it happened last year. I think I had a month, maybe September or something, where I just wasn't knitting that much. But it's really abnormal for me to not finish several things in a month. But this month, none. That's okay. So all of my February projects are carrying over into March. I have this pair of socks, a pair of fingerless mitts, a hat, which I have not cast on yet, a blanket, and a second blanket that I want to finish this month, and a tube sock. So those are all the things that I'm carrying into the month with me, but this pair of socks is pretty close to finished, obviously. The mitt, I just need to make the second one. The tube sock is more than 50% of the tube knit, so I don't know. I might, and the first blanket is almost finished, so I might need another, I might need a new project. Although the shawl is probably at like 30% knit, and the hat isn't started yet. So I don't know if I'm going to cast on this idea in March or in April, but I'm thinking, because my boyfriend doesn't wear matching socks anyway, I'm thinking that I'm going to use up the leftover bit of Christmas at the Cabin to make him a sock, and use one of the grays that I have left over for whatever I need for the rest of the sock, because he doesn't wear matching socks anyway. And I think that's how I'm going to use up big leftovers from my scrappy stash, like things that are, it's too much to put into all of my scrappy blankets, and even like breaking down into yarn for my friends, it's still too much. Sometimes that happens. So I think that's going to be my what I'm gonna do, because remember I pulled yarn for him, but I think it was only enough for like 9 or 10 pair. So that's how I'm gonna make up that difference. Anyway, back to the sock. My boyfriend doesn't care if his socks match, which is good, because already this one has a different toe, the cuffs are a little bit different. But I realized when Aquilla was talking about making this pattern that the pattern has like a ribbing section on the foot that I totally didn't do on the first sock. I just skipped that. Just, who knows? I just skipped that. Also, another thing that I noticed that I didn't do, I don't know how I didn't do this, but on this sock, so you can see that the, well, maybe you can't. You do the cuff and then you increase rapidly for this biased section, because it doesn't have as much stretch. When you knit on the bias, it doesn't have as much stretch as when you knit just stockinette straight. So you do rapid increases, and then when you go to the foot part, you do some rapid decreases. I totally forgot to do the rapid decreases. And so I got to the end of the gusset and I was counting my stitches around, and I was like, 40. Why are there 40 stitches on the top of the foot? I must have miscounted that. Thinking, because sometimes when I'm counting, especially because I was counting at school, like someone will say a number and I'll get off track. And I was anticipating 32 stitches. Oh no, nope. That gusset is a whole 8 stitches bigger. Obviously I didn't rip it back. I'm not that concerned. I just did some rapid decreases right here. Not where they're supposed to be. Will Patrick even notice? Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. I don't care. It didn't bother me that much. Like, I already had 3.5 stripes in to this gusset area. I had finished the gusset. I just had way too many stitches on the top. So I rapidly decreased some stitches on the top, and I also did a couple, like literally 2 more gusset decreases, and then I was like, it's good enough. But I decided I would go ahead and do the ribbing I didn't read the pattern. I don't know what the pattern suggests for this ribbing. I'm just gonna do it for these 3 stripes. I mean, obviously not this full white stripe, but I'm going to do it through this gray stripe, and then I only have, it looks like, 3 stripes to go, because I was about a stripe shy for the toe when I ran out of the yarn. I didn't run out of the yarn because I didn't have enough in the ball. I ran out of the yarn because I wanted a stripe repeat of this for one of my scrappy blankets, so I cut it out of the middle of that sock. So yeah, that's where the sock is going. I will check back in with you when I finish this sock. Another thing too is the heels don't match because I pulled from the outside of the ball for this one. And then for this sock, even though I don't really care if Patrick's socks match because he doesn't care, I still wanted it to match here. So I used the ball of yarn that I had pulled out from the center to make them match. I used that for this heel. And I think they look so cute together. So, yeah. So silly to forget to decrease out those stitches. And I know I had been like thinking, oh, hey, we have to do this to decrease out the stitches. And I didn't. I didn't do that. Why didn't I do that? I don't know. What was I doing at that time? I can't remember. So that's the first project that I have put in a bunch of work on, and maybe I'll finish it tomorrow. Maybe this will be the first finished project. This will totally be the first finished project of March, but maybe it'll be tomorrow because I'm not working on it tonight. Tonight I am working on my blanket. Friends, I did so much knitting on this blanket since you saw it on Saturday. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, there's the stitch marker. I found it. So this is where I was on Saturday. I finished the second side. Not only did I finish the second side, I finished that on Saturday because, no, I finished it Sunday morning because yesterday, which was Sunday, we went to the movies and I wanted to take this blanket for movie knitting. My, the tube sock was like my, what was it? My plan B in case I didn't get this to the point where I could work on it at the movies. But I really, really wanted to work on it at the movies because this is boring. Garter stitch back and forth forever is boring for me. I know some people totally love it. If you totally love it, I get it. But I think it's boring. So I didn't want to do that. So I took it to the movies and I finished 4 garter ridges. There are 8 that I need. And then I started the 5th, the first row of the 5th garter ridge. And then this morning I finished that. And so tonight, while I am teaching, this is a really easy project to pick up and put down. And hopefully the teaching keeps me from being so super bored from working on this. If I need a break, I will work on the sock. But look at that. Side number 3, so close. I'm getting so super close. I am going to do my best to finish up this side during the week and pick up this edge. And then I think I can, by next weekend, knock this blanket out. I'm really gonna try. I'm gonna try super hard because I know I can do like 7 blocks in a good sitting. I'm gonna try really hard. I'm also going to try to work on the side a little bit during the week. Like, I hope this doesn't take me, you know what, I'm gonna do 1 ridge a day, so including today, so that will take me to 5.5 ridges done because I'm at 4 right now. So 5.5 will be at the end of today, and then that'll take me to Thursday. Is that the right amount of math? And then the I-cord Friday. So yeah, Saturday, Sunday I should be able to devote to working on the side. Maybe I won't finish it next weekend. Let's be realistic about time frames for working on that. But definitely in March. I have not knit squares on my best friend's blanket in almost a week, so I'm falling behind. I don't think I'm finishing it by her birthday, but that's okay. It's fine. She's already been waiting for it for 5 years. What's another month? It's fine. Also, I didn't tell her it was for her birthday at any point. I just thought it would be a nice time to finish it, but it can be a I love you in the middle of April present, or I love you in the middle of summer present. Who cares? It's fine. Really quick, I am wearing the Haze shawl by Josh Ricks-Rubinski, and the yarn is 716 Knit, 716 Knit, and Leading Man Fiber Arts. I don't know colorway names off the top of my head. I apologize. Last thing. This is a really long opening clip. Oh my goodness. Last thing, I did start The Queen's Weapons by Anne Bishop. I am on page 67. And I started it yesterday. Is that accurate? Yes, that's accurate. I started this yesterday. So 66 pages in already. It is really good. I knew it would be. And I will talk about it later when I finished it, hopefully this week. Talk to you soon. Bye, friends.
Hello, friends. Happy Monday night. I finished the knitting portion of the side at class. I am really impressed with myself. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think I was gonna do it. Now I have to do the bind off. Maybe I can do the whole bind off tomorrow. That would be really exciting. But I only have 10 grams left of yarn. So I'm going to run out. And I need to pick up another skein before I can work on it. So we'll see. Maybe we'll see how far this 10 grams takes me. And then maybe I'll stop at the shop sometime this week. I don't know. We'll see. Hello, sunshines. Happy Tuesday night. Look what I did today. Ba-dum, ba-dum. I finished the sock. So exciting. So now you can really see the differences between the socks. I ended up going further in the yellow than I talked about last night because I was thinking about it, and since I used up extra stitches here per stripe, I needed to add more length, obviously. So I went through the entire yellow stripe before decreasing and finished this sock in the stripe sequence, and I actually used up the entire 50-gram ball, not on this sock. I used it up in scrappy blankets, but that means that I've used up my second skein out of stash this year. Yay! The first 50-gram skein is not used up. It's still waiting to be worked into a bias strip, but I worked up one, and it's very exciting. This poor sock is so wonky, but it's fine. Patrick won't even care. Not at all. So I am going to put these away, and I am going to go to bed and read The Queen's Weapons by Anne Bishop. I also started another book today, but I don't have it here. It's called Renegades by Marissa Meyer, and it is my at-school reading because March is reading month. Happy March is reading month to you. I'm so excited. We have started doing reading, family reading. Again, you remember I used to do that all the time, and then somehow it fell by the wayside, probably when I started working full-time. But yeah, we are doing that every day for 30 minutes. My kiddos and my niece and I hang out and read. Today, Mara wanted to do her reading early, so I actually had 2 30-minute chunks of reading. So, yeah, that's good. It's nice to like have that enforced reading time, and I think everybody's enjoying their books. Maybe I'll see if they want to talk about them on the blog. Maybe not. We'll see. Hello, sunshines. Happy Friday. So I finished the third side of the blanket, which is actually the other side, the side that is parallel to this. And then I picked up all of the stitches along the fourth side and started knitting the border again on the fourth side, and I ran out of yarn, which is fine because I thought I might. So that's kind of, I haven't really knit in the past few days. And this is part of the reason why. Actually, that's a lie. I have knit on other projects, but not this blanket, because I knew I was going to run out of yarn. And now that I am going to go to work tomorrow at the yarn shop and can pick up more yarn, I was like, oh, I guess I'll finish that ball of yarn. So that is my blanket progress right now. I will check in with you about the other projects at the yarn shop tomorrow, but I finished reading The Queen's Weapons yesterday, and it was so good. So I got to a part before school, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And I had about 200 pages left to go, and I left the book at home because it's not a school appropriate book. And I tried to keep my school reading to something that would be appropriate should some 7th grader pick it up and flip through it. This is not that. So I've read the last 200 pages yesterday just in one go because I was very like anxious, but not in a bad way, just in a, I don't know. People who read will understand the anxiety that comes from reading books that are super intense. So I did not mention previously, but this book comes with some trigger warnings, and the previous one come with some trigger warnings. So something that the universe of the book, it is a fantasy series, and there are magic users, and not everybody has magic, but the main characters all do. And the women, basically they can be, their powers can be destroyed by raping virgins. So that happens sometimes. And so yeah, rape, trigger warning for rape, trigger warning for violence against women and children, and I think there was another one that I wrote. I don't think that I've talked about this. I know that I talked about starting a reading journal for the 100-day reading challenge, which I failed on. But I have, since the beginning of the year, been keeping a reading journal. And these are all journaled in. So I wrote another, I wrote my journal entry for this morning, and I feel like I wrote another trigger warning. So hold on, I'm going to check, but I don't want to open my journal because it's very spoilery. Yes. The other trigger warning is racial slurs. There is a race of people with wings, and yeah, so they are slurred sometimes. So anyway, this is what my reading journal looks like. It's very exciting. I really like this page right here. I enjoy looking back on seeing what I started when and how long things took, like visually. Works really well for me. So I've finished 14 books since the beginning of the year. I started 4 of them before the beginning of the year, but look how fun this spread is. Super exciting. And then last night I started Midnight by Sister Soldier. I read Coldest Winter Ever last year at some point, and if this book was following the main character of that book, if it was following Winter, I probably wouldn't have picked it up, but it's following Midnight, who is a character who I actually am interested in knowing more about. So I'm not very far. I think I got to page like 15. We haven't had family reading time tonight though, so I'm not drawn in yet like I was with the Queen's Bargain and Queen's Weapons, but I'm looking forward to reading more about Midnight. Hello sunshines, happy Sunday. I am coming to check in with you so I can close off this vlog. It is about 9 a.m. and I have a very productive day planned. Hopefully I am able to maintain that. I've been up since 5 and it's been pretty productive so far. So I am coming to check in with you. I did mean what I said when I said that I wanted to sign off on Saturdays and then have Sundays for editing and stuff, but I didn't get there yesterday. It was also a very productive day, but it just didn't include signing out. So let me check in with you on things. First, this is so exciting. So yesterday I worked at the yarn shop, which means that I was able to pick up the yarn I needed to continue working on my blanket. Let me find this. Hold on. I don't have to. I would like to put all of these stitches on one needle instead of like being split between both needles so that you can easily see what the blanket looks like. And it's only 11 stitches, but of course now I'm talking to you and that makes me like a little nervous. I don't know why. Especially because like when I'm at the yarn shop, I can knit those 11 stitches without looking at them and knit back, and it's fine. So I picked up the yarn yesterday and I was here and I did almost half of the blanket yesterday. So this is where I got to. This is the halfway point. So I had 1, 2, 3 squares worth that I didn't do yesterday, which means theoretically I could get this blanket so close to done today.
but you'll have to watch next week to see if I do. But how exciting is that? Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. I'm going to go ahead and move this marker so that when I record tomorrow, you'll know where I was today when I recorded. Maybe I'll be finished, maybe I won't, who knows? Not me. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. As I said, I did have to buy another ball of this yarn, but that's fine because I'm thinking that I'm going to use this. I remember I was talking about this at some point, but I didn't have the yarn with me. So I have two ideas. I might either pair it with this because that would give this a really like cohesive type look, or to make scrappy socks. Or I might put these together, and that's a little more scrappy, but they're for Patrick and he doesn't care. And then I might use this yarn with the leftovers from these mitts to make myself either just one scrappy shorty or a pair of scrappy shorties, depending on how much yarn I have left over from those projects. I'm leaning towards using the leftovers of this for socks for me, but I'm not sure. And I think that I am going to make my original goal at the beginning of the year was to make 12 pairs of socks for Patrick, and I'm not deviating from that entirely, but I definitely think it's going to be more like finishing 24 socks for him, and a lot of them will be pairs, but some of them will be really cool single socks because he doesn't wear his socks matched ever. Maybe the first time he has them, but probably not. So yeah, that is that's where I am on the blanket. So excited. I guess since I just showed you this fingerless mitt, ooh, have I tried this on for you yet? I feel like the answer to that question is no. So let me show you what this looks like. This is the Sidewinder mitt pattern. I designed it. I am making these mitts for my niece, and I'm using Little Bay Blue, a rainbow minis pack that my sister purchased for me to make mitts for my niece. Oh, let me turn that so that's, there we go. Oh, look how cool. I did do some increases by not doing some decreases in this portion, and I think that worked really well to make it fit well on my forearm. Her forearm is smaller than mine, so it will fit her even better. I have to weave in some ends on this one. I think I have 6 ends to weave in, just 1 per color, but that's the first one. So let me show you the second one. It is really warm here today. Yesterday was, the high was 61. Today it's supposed to be like 58. Tomorrow it's supposed to be back in the 30s. So I am sure that this afternoon I will have a headache. But anyway, here I am on the second mitt. I am about 75% through the purple. So hopefully today I will finish this purple and get started on the blue, and we'll see. My small humans are exiled to the outside cleaning out my car because they made a giant mess and I'm not cleaning it. So my littlest just came in and put a fork in the sink because the rule is that the littlest has to listen to the oldest and like transport stuff, because the littlest, who is 11, isn't really great at like something like clean the car. That's too general. She thrives with specifics of cleaning. So here is that start for the second mitt. This is where I was when you saw it on Monday, I would imagine. Not a lot of progress on it this week. My week at school was really, really weird. Like, I have a new schedule that started on Monday, but I didn't know I was getting a new schedule on Monday, so I found out on Monday, and then yeah, it's so it threw off my like knitting rhythm at work, which is fine. And also, as part of that new schedule, I'm teaching more, so I had to do all this prep work that I didn't know I was going to have to do. I didn't need to. I was helping the teacher who I'm doing it's called small groups, so I'm just like taking a small group of kids and helping them with the skill. But the teacher who I'm helping is a new teacher, and so I was helping her plan for this week because she's never done it before. Okay, so I did, though, make a fair bit of progress on this sock. Look how tiny this ball of yarn is. I might finish this week. Not holding myself to that, but I might. So where's my stitch marker? Wow, how much progress did I make? There it is. Whoa, that's so much progress this week. From there to there. Because it was easy to keep this in my hoodie pocket and just pull it out, work on it a little bit here and there as I was teaching. Also walking with my one-on-one kiddos, because now I have more than one kiddo who I work with one-on-one. Yeah, it's just stockinette in the round forever. Oh, the mitts are knit on US size 0, 2.0 millimeter needles because I am a loose knitter. The sock is also knit on US 0, 2.0 millimeter needles. I'm super excited. What does it look like all undone? I haven't done that in a little bit. For me it's been a week. For you it's probably been like 20 minutes. So yeah, that's the tube. I'm using the unicorn tube sock pattern that I designed, but just not making it unicorn. So that'll be for how I'm going to split the tube, and everything is the information is in that pattern. So that's all of the knitting I have done, but I have started a project that I can't show you right now. It's a crochet project, and I am making it for the Yarny YouTube hop. I don't know. I can't get the words right in my head. I'll put it down at the bottom. And the idea behind this is that the spring video is going to come out at 10 a.m. My time on my channel for a project that is related to spring, and it will be a YouTube hop. So at 10 a.m. I think there are 13 of us. So 10 a.m. our time, a new video will come out on our channel talking about the project. The video will be talking about the project, talking about patterns used, yarn, that sort of thing. And then we are in different time zones. I have been a little negligent. There's an email telling about who all is on the who all is involved in the hop. I think that it's not just US people involved. I think there might be some international YouTubers, so that would be really cool, but I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. And I have to talk to Kim to see if I can do a premiere, because I believe the 20th is a Sunday and I would like to do that video as a premiere, but I don't know. So stay tuned for next week and I will confirm, or I'll confirm either way whether or not I can have a premiere for that. So that should be pretty fun. It's just a little extra like video. But anyway, so the idea is that you can watch whoever's video comes out first, and then just throughout your Sunday hop from channel to channel, maybe find a new YouTuber who you don't watch yet, who you can kind of test out their style. My vlog or my YouTube video is very much vlog style, just like the episodes are right now, so that, you know, it's an accurate representation of what my channel is. But I'm really, really excited about it. And I don't know why my cat is obsessed with going under the kitchen cabinet, but he is. So if you hear the cabinet like making noise, That's because he just went into the kitchen cabinet. Yarny YouTube hop lady, let's get it together. Let's focus. So yeah, I am participating in that. I am super excited about it. Yes, that's what I was saying. The pattern is something that I have had for a long time and just haven't made, but I'm not making it to pattern specifications exactly. I'm also using that pattern, the project, to take part in Priscilla of Distinctive Crochet's Make Scrap Yarn Challenge, which is really fun. And the idea behind that is to use yarn to make yarn. So not just hold strands of yarn together to make a project, but like physically manipulate the yarn to be something else in order to make a scrappy project. So what I am doing, I'll give you a little tiny teaser, is I am chaining white yarn to make a chain to make this yarn, and then this yarn is what I use. So the chained yarn is what I'm using for the project. It's really fun. I really like it. I hope you come see that video where I talk about this project that I can't show you yet. I'll probably show you after that video comes out on a regular episode. Probably, but maybe not. Yeah, so that's my week. Last thing, that hasn't been my week. I told you I started Midnight by Sister Solja. Really enjoying it. Really into Midnight as a character. His family is Muslim, and that is something that I just don't know a lot about. I know a little bit here and there. I have like Muslim work friends, but I've never done like a deep dive into the religion. So it's interesting to see through a lens of a Muslim character what it's like living in Brooklyn. All right, friends, for real now, I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a really good week. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say on the end of that, but I can't because I'm so distracted by the animals in the background, which is another reason why I usually record this wrap up at the yarn shop so that I'm less distracted. So, sending all the positive, good vibes your way, especially as we are probably, you know what? I'm gonna break in here. I'm gonna stop my own closure because I feel like I should tell you a thing that has been stressing me out a lot. So one of my kiddos is going through like serious mental health struggles right now, and even though I seem really bright and chipper right this minute, like the past 2.5 months have been super stressful in my house with my kiddo, and that's okay. Nothing against my kiddo, but as a mom, you just want like everything to be good with your kids, and it hasn't been. So I've been exhausted and not fully present in like social media life like I wanted to be. So that's where I've been, and it's still hard but getting better. But now like the world is in a bad place again. So my anxiety levels are like super high, and that's why I haven't been knitting so much. So just so you know. So despite all of that, I'm still trying to have like good stuff, like good mentality, think good thoughts, celebrate the good things. So I hope you're able to do that, even if you're in a place that is really, really mentally a lot right now, because that's where I am. And that's where I've been. And I think that's where I'm going to be for a while longer, because yeah, like dealing with my own mental health issues is hard enough, but then dealing with my kids' mental health issues on top of that, or beside that, or however you want to look at it, is just next level. Like, oh man, dealing with my own anxiety and stuff is bad, but dealing with my kiddos' stuff, like, I have to be the grown-up and be strong through all of that. And then, like, yeah, I don't know. It's been next level, like, internal stuff for me. So, but I'm okay. My kid is okay, working through some things. Puberty is super hard. I remember puberty being super hard. I missed a month of school in 8th grade because I just couldn't. I just couldn't be around my peers, could not handle it. So yeah, like I would go to school but come home early, or go for one day and then miss one day and then go the next day and miss a day, and just, yeah, stuff like that in 8th grade. So yeah, puberty is hard. And that if I haven't been responding to you, I've been trying really hard to respond, but if I haven't been responding in a timely fashion, that is why. Because I just, some days, probably 4 days a week, by the end of work and kiddo and other kiddo and niece and nephew and life and teaching at the knit shop and all of that, like, this is what has to give for me to be okay. So I know you get it. I know you understand, and I super appreciate that. I super appreciate you giving me grace while I'm going through some stuff that's not even my stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go, because I'm gonna cry on here if I don't. I don't know what that timer is for. I think it was so that I would know that my daughter gets a break now from cleaning the car. So yeah, I will talk to you, for me, tomorrow, for you, in a week. Bye, friends.